Hello and welcome to another episode of Autocar Professional Dialogues. Today we have with us Mr. Vikas Marwah, CEO of Lumax Auto Technologies. Mr. Marwah, thank you very much for speaking to us and for your time.
Thank you for meeting me.
I want to have a quick overview of LATL's business in India right now, and where do you see the company going forward?
So Lumax Auto Technologies is one of the listed entities at Lumax Group, publicly listed entities. We closed the year FY23 at about 1850 crore revenue at a decent profitability. We are on an aggressive growth path and currently work with 9 overseas partners, 8 of them joint venture partners and 1 technical partner. Our legacy businesses started from the molding, the conventional plastic molding and fabrication. However, over the last 2 decades, we have expanded on to the other product lines. And this is, you can say, this is a non-lighting arm of Lumax Group. We started with a flagship business for Lumax Auto Technology right now, which is the transmission domain, heralded by Lumax-Mannoh gear shifter division. The gear shifter business, Lumax entered way back in 1997. So it's been about 25 years journey in the gear shifter lever manufacturing. However, the Mannoh TA happened in 2007, and then 2014 we made a joint venture with Autocar Corporation of Japan. We are the market leaders in this business segment today, and in our aim to become a full system supplier, then we went ahead and made a joint venture with a German auto component company called Jopp, who are the market leaders in Europe for the shift tower business, thereby enabling us to become a full system supplier going ahead. But besides the transmission domain, we have an emission domain where we have the Lumax Cornaglia joint venture with Cornaglia of Italy. We make air intake systems, air filters, ducts, urea tanks, and now very shortly plastic fuel tanks. We are strategic suppliers to some of the biggest OEMs, more as a single source in that business. That business is housed in Pune and Pantnagar as of now. While Lumax-Mannoh is branched out into south towards Bangalore and also in Gujarat, and we will be shortly expanding more towards the west also, maybe in a year or so.
Okay. I'll come back to the other domains in a bit, but I want to focus on your main core business, which is shift selectors and these transmission shifters. So what is happening there? I mean, are you seeing a transition in the market from conventional manual shifters to now more of automatic AMT, beat AT, DCT, whatever? So is that a trend that you are seeing? And going forward, what more in which direction are you going to see the business going there?
So very interesting question. When you think of gear shift lever assemblies and everything, what immediately comes to your mind is that in terms of the touch and feel experience for any customer, this is probably one of the first products where the customer rests his or her hand on the moment they step into a vehicle. We sit there in this space. The conventional gear shift levers started way back from the flow type emerging gear shifters and knobs. They have transitioned. The manual gear shifter market still continues to be the largest play right now in terms of the manual transmission, which is anyway there in India to a great extent. But the growth of the AT and the AMT shifters has been, I would say, stupendous in the last 3 to 4 years, and even during the pandemic, a lot of new model rollouts that we saw, the SOP volumes completely reversed from what even the OEMs were projecting. Of let's say this X percentage would be manual and the X percentage would be AT or AMT. The situation just reversed because the customers, in terms of increasing purchase power, wanting more comfort and more convenience from their drive shift feel, are now preferring to opt for the automatic and the AMT based solutions, and this is what the OEMs are offering. Lumax-Mannoh joint venture continues to be in a very advantageous position here, having transitioned from being the largest manufacturer of manual gear shift levers on to becoming the largest automatic gear shifters now in the country today. We have a substantial market presence in excess of 50% on the passenger vehicle side, making us by far the largest gear shift lever manufacturer in the country. Couple of OEMs have also decided to opt for even more futurist ready solutions like the dual clutch transmission gear shifters, which is a dual PCB based very advanced gear shifter. Happy to share with you that Lumax-Mannoh is the first localized manufacturer for this type of technology also in India, already commercialized and in SOP with one of the OEM customers that we have. Going ahead, I would say that the gear shift lever technology is powertrain agnostic only to the extent of the type of gear shifter that we supply to the OEM. And to this extent, the company continues to get future ready in terms of the EV shifter technologies, the monostable gear shifter technology. We have EV gear shifters already commercialized and in production, and a few more that are approaching the SOP now. We work on both CAN based EV shifters and those with the Hall sensor effect. And even the rotary type gear shifter is currently under development for one of the OEMs, along with technical collaboration that we have with Mannoh, the joint venture collaboration. I think the strategy driver for this particular joint venture and the reason for our being able to the confidence to the OEM customers has been conceive in India, design in India, make in India, supply to the Indian OEMs, and going ahead also supply to the overseas customers. That has been the driving mantra for Lumax-Mannoh. The company has already filed 7 patent applications, and 5 of them have been published. The company continues to be self-reliant on localization. We are operating with more than 85% localization here if we see the overall localization factor. We are also leveraging very strongly our in-house electronics capability in terms of PCB SMT. So that is something again which is happening in-house for our gear shifter like AMT, DCT, everything. We see a strong future ahead and a field play where probably I think for the next decade we should remain capable and competent and be ready to supply to the OEMs as their needs emerge. We transitioned on to become a full system supplier with Jopp, and this joint venture with Jopp was signed in 2019. Of course, then the pandemic struck. But as we speak, we are sitting on a very healthy order book now generated from top OEM customers in India. And we should be able to be targeting at least 20% of the Indian OEM market over the next 24 to 36 months, even on that particular joint venture for the products that we currently have. So this is overall the transmission strategy that we have in place to be able to growing together along with the Japanese excellence and the German innovation in the product categories which get the entire transmission system together.